Topps relished its success with the 1983 set and its design so much, it looks like they went ahead and stole from themselves to create the 1984 set. Instead of an inset photo within a circle, the 84s feature a second photo within a square on the bottom left. The big difference is in the inset photos themselves. While the 83s kept each player's photo within the circle border, the 84s allowed for players' heads to extend over the square's top border. From a critic's standpoint, the team names running vertically down the left side really make each card stand out. Don Mattingly is the key rookie to watch for. Unfortunately, the rookie crop falls significantly after him. Returning are All-Stars, season highlights, league leaders, and team leaders. Again, no variations to be searched for here, and since I purchased the complete 792 card set outright and determined there are no holes to fill, it is officially finished. Here's another simple yet fun design, 1985 Topps. The thick text displaying team names across a slanted solid color banner is commanding, yet it doesn't take away from the images. For the first time in 20 years, team logos return to card fronts. The only negative thing I can find in this year's collection is the difficulty in reading the backs. An awkward combination of colors that seem too bright to make out such small print is somewhat of a deterrent. Besides the digestible mix of record breakers and the like, Topps added a few new subsets into the 792 card run. Father-son combos return for the first time since 1976. 12 number 1 overall picks going as far back as the 1968 draft were showcased. An iconic group of cards featuring members of the 1984 USA Olympic team caused a major buzz when the set was released, and is the patriarch for like-minded sets and cards. This is the first appearance on a Topps card for Mark McGwire. The card jumped in price from under $1 in the late 80s to near $100 in the late 90s, when he challenged Roger Maris's single-season home run record. Cards considered official rookies include Roger Clemens, Dwight Gooden, Kirby Puckett, and Eric Davis. For the third straight year, no variations are found. Card number 497 of Gary Pettis is a picture of his younger brother Lynn, but this was never changed. I found a starter set online before the December holidays a few years back. It was missing most of the higher-end cards, which I already possessed. Since it was delivered quickly, I waited until Christmas to open and go through the contents, assuring they were in numerical order, filling in the cards I had, and making a list of what was still needed. The final total was less than 10, and the project completed soon after. So this set is also 100% complete. On the fence as to whether or not this set has the it factor, the 1986 Topps collection doesn't seem to sway me either way. It might be due to the fact that there aren't many exciting rookies in the 792 card set. Perhaps it's the simple design where team names are so front and center. In 1986, Topps gave tribute to Pete Rose for becoming baseball's hit king with a subset showing all of his Topps cards through the years. This mini-run is reminiscent of the 1974 tribute given to Hank Aaron just before he became the all-time home run leader. Returning to delight fans are All-Stars, Record Breakers, and Turn Back the Clock subsets. Card numbers 52 and 171 were not issued. There were two different names associated with card number 57, Bobby Wine and Bill Doran. Card number 141 was given to both Bob Rogers and Chuck Cottier. There were no major rookies in this set. Cardboard debuts include Vince Coleman, Ozzie Guillen, and Cecil Fielder. No errors or variations to report either, although number 690 Ryne Sandberg was printed without a Topps logo on its front. The card was never fixed. So this set is in a plain brown box, which is actually one way the factory set was released. Assuming the contents are what's labeled, and the fact that no variants exist, this is a completed set to me. If Topps' 1983 design reminds you slightly of their 1963 attempt, then you'll realize in an instant why their 1987 set is by far my favorite of the 80s. It's so reminiscent of 1962, and the reason why I became enamored with the vintage set, so far as to dream of owning one someday myself. Well, as you know, good things come to good people. The The 1987's wood grain border and simple colors behind each player name make them so visually aesthetic. As part of the 792 card set, Topps brought back its famous Rookie Gold Cup trophy for the first time since 1978. The usual assortment of All-Stars, Record Breakers, and Turn Back the Clocks are here as well. Future star cards made their return and include Bo Jackson, Kevin Mitchell, and Rafael Palmeiro. As for the other rookies, well, this one is loaded, and the hype for most when this series was released was through the roof, thanks in part to first appearances in the 1986 traded collection. Barry Bonds, Andres Galarraga, Will Clark, Wally Joyner, Jose Canseco, the list goes on. Plus first-time cards in MLB uniforms for Corey Snyder and Mark McGwire, who collectors met 2 years earlier in their USA Olympic gear, made it a prospector's dream. In uncorrected error, the image of card number 108, Jim Gantner, is reversed. As for small things Topps did fix, there are 5 variations to watch out for. Urbano Lugo's number 92 is found with and without a registration symbol next to the Angels logo on front. On the reverse of Joe Niekro's card number 344, the copyright info line is printed both inside and outside of his career stats box. All-Star cards of Dwight Gooden and Don Mattingly, numbers 603 and 606 respectively, offer versions with and without trademark symbols next to the league logos. And on Ray Soft's number 671, if you look really close, the letter D, which designates which printing sheet the card was part of, is missing. It was soon corrected. The variations of Lugo and Niekro are the only cards needed for me to call this master set complete. The 1987 set was the first set I completely assembled from opening wax and rack packs. It was an instant classic upon release, and in my opinion the last of the true vintage sets you need in your collection. So here's where we stand in the 1980s. Pretty high percentages, and it'll feel really good to call these finished. Now, although our journey in the vintage realm and beyond ends here, there are still many more videos to come. I have top sets throughout 2010, most of which are factory sealed. Future programming will include variations on other 80s and 90s top sets, as well as sets of other card companies, my PSA preview of cards I'd like to send in for grading, trivia, and other fun items in my collection. Of course, keep your eyes open for those updates I keep teasing, which will show my progress in finishing these and all the vintage sets that still have gaps. Thank you so much for your time and company. Hopefully you enjoyed the cards, maybe learned a few things, and have a renewed appetite for classic baseball. See you soon.